Hey guys, so I figured today maybe we could touch base on what it was like to play games on Microsoft Windows ME. Like and subscribe for more videos. This should be interesting. You know, I figured what we would do is we would start off with a game that would actually run on this natively, and that's King's Quest 1. And the reason why it runs natively is because Windows ME is still Microsoft DOS with Windows built on top of it versus the other way around. So I figured this might actually work properly and well on Windows ME because ME is technically the last of the operating systems that supported Windows on top of DOS. So since this is a native DOS system, running something like King's Quest on it should work perfect. So let's take a look and see what happens. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to kick this off as a straight out gaming adventure, but I'll edit it later so we could trim it down because I already can tell you straight off the bat that there's no way I'm going to survive the entire game. I'll either be eaten by ogres or pushed off of something or eaten by snakes, or the mouse won't work correctly because it's 3D, but it's not really, it's on a 2D platform, so it's really hard to control specifically where you're going. But I will try to continue to give you guys at least some insight as to what's going on as I'm killed throughout the game. So since I'm not entirely sure if in this particular version I have to talk to the king first, I'm going to attempt to open gate. So I guess in the remake you don't need to talk to him first, but in the original version you had to go in and actually have a conversation with the king before you could actually go on to your adventure. See, this is what I'm talking about. We're technically on a 2D, but we're technically 3D, so you can't really see specifically where you have to go. And it's kind of difficult because there is alligators. Okay, so we found the rock. It took a little while because, again, gameplay's a little different in this version. This version actually has graphics and actual color. So, obviously, it took a little while to find it, but we found the rock. And we found the hole. So let's so you see a dagger in the hole. So now we have the dagger. Now the interesting thing about this game is it's really like a Dungeons and Dragons type game where you actually have to tell it specifically what to do. So if you didn't have a lot of interactions with friends that like to play that stuff and you were nerdy, then this was a great game to play. So the next thing we have to do is to discover the oak tree. So I believe that's north of here. So we're going to take a walk up north. I'm going to look at the oak tree. So there we go, we're climbing the oak tree. Okay, so at this point, since I can, I'm going to actually save this because, well, maybe I can't save it. Maybe it freezes because we're running this on Windows ME. And this is what gaming was like on the Windows platforms when they were first released. Yep, so this is gaming on Windows ME. And don't worry, we didn't get a chance to save the game because that's what actually caused the system to become unresponsive. So about this point, you're probably wondering, what was the total amount of time of gameplay on Windows ME before it became unresponsive? 12 minutes. The system made it 12 minutes before it crashed. And it didn't just crash the system as in, like, it froze. It froze, and then it blue screen of death, and then rebooted itself and did a check disk. So that is gaming on Windows ME. And that's what gaming was like on Windows ME, even after all the patches on Windows ME. That's why Windows ME will go down in history and remain in history as the worst operating system Microsoft ever made. Like and subscribe for more videos, guys. Take care.